Hi guys, it's Mrs. Milson again. All right, let's check over our answers to the Check Your Understanding on page 14. Okay, a random sample of 415 children aged 9 to 17 from the United Kingdom and the United States who completed a census at school survey in a recent year was selected. Each student's country of origin was recorded along with which superpower they would most like to have. The ability to fly, ability to freeze time, invisibility, super strength, or telepathy. The data is summarized in the table over here. Okay. Now I went ahead and copied the table onto my paper, but we're going to use a two-way table to calculate the marginal distributions in percents of superpower preferences. Okay, so come on over here. Okay, so marginal distributions are totals of the margins. So we have two margins. We have superpower margins because we're going to total each superpower, or we have country margins. First of all, anytime you have a two-way table, total everything. I want to see totals everywhere, okay? So let's see. 54 plus 52 plus 30. Okay, so that's 200 kids in the UK.
We got really bad glare on the iPad here.
Oh, how's that?
That's better.
Okay. 37. And then 215, so total, there's those 415 students children we were told about. And then I know these. This is 99. What is this? 96, 67, 43, and what's that? 110. Let's just double check that. Always double check your totals because you can save yourself from making a silly mistake. Whoops. Oh, okay, good. Everything's good. Okay, so we have two actually margins here. We've got margin totals for country and margin totals for super strength. So the directions say to find your marginal distributions for superpower. I said super strength, superpower. So these are the marginal distributions we want to do. So marginal distributions are just the margin total over the table total. So we're going to do 99 over 415, 96 over 415, 67 over 415. Can you see that? 43 over 415 and 110 over 415. But of course the directions say to put them in percentages. Okay, so 99, is there still glare? How's that?
Fine.
99 over 415. Okay, percentages, 23.855, no, 23.9, round properly. 23.9%, 96 over 415. So that would be 23.1%. Rounding properly is very important in statistics because later on in the year, we're going to deal with very, very small numbers, and it's very important to round properly because it can make all the difference in your conclusion if you don't round properly. What's that, 26.5%? And when you're doing something like this, double check, make sure that they add up to be, they add up to be 100%. Oops. And indeed they do. Fabulous. Okay, so those are our marginal distributions in percents of superpower preference. Then it said make a graph. Okay, so we could do two types of graphs. We could do a pie chart, which is very difficult to do by hand, or a bar graph. Okay, we're going to do a bar graph, and I'm just going to display these percentages. The important thing is when you're drawing bar graphs is to label everything appropriately. Okay, so we're going to put our percentages on the y-axis or the vertical axis, and I only have to go as high as 26. Okay, so I think I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go by 5s. Okay, always start at 0 though. Always start at 0. But we don't have to go all the way up to 100 since our highest percentage is 26%. And then down here we're going to put our superpowers. Now I'm gonna abbreviate just for superpowers. I'm going to do fly, freeze time, invisibility, super strength, and telepathy. Okay, so fly is 23.9%. So like I don't know, somewhere around there. Freeze time is 23.1, a little bit less. Invisibility, 16.1. Super strength, 10.4, and telepathy is 26. Like that. Okay. Then it says to describe what you see. So I'm going to say telepathy seems like the most popular superpower, and super strength seems like the least popular superpower. Flying and freeze time, since they're very similar, they look like they have very similar popularities. Okay, so once you do a graph, you got to describe what you see in context of the question. Okay, that's it for that. Check your understanding. See you later.